The movie begins deep inside the Peruvian Amazon, where hunters are tearing through the jungle and selling wild animals like trophies, while a tribal man named Ure writes a desperate letter warning that only one rare black jaguar remains alive. At the same time, a ruthless woman named Anna leads the hunters, destroying the forest, and she becomes obsessed with capturing the legendary animal before anyone else can reach it. Far away from the jungle, a teenage girl named Autumn unknowingly learns that the Amazon she once called home is falling apart, and the black jaguar she loved as a child may soon be killed forever. Years earlier, Autumn spent her childhood exploring rivers and forests beside her parents until one magical day, she discovered a tiny black jaguar cub sitting alone beside the water. The frightened cub slowly trusted her, and the two instantly became inseparable friends, drifting together across the river, while Autumn named the baby jaguar Hope. But her father Saul later revealed the heartbreaking truth that Hope's mother had likely been murdered by hunters. And from that moment, Autumn realized how cruel the world had become toward the animals living inside the Amazon jungle. Back in the present, Autumn's obsession with protecting animals has only grown stronger, and during a biology class she completely loses control after her teacher Doria announces that students will dissect frogs. Furious, Autumn tries reporting the class for animal abuse and ends up getting expelled from school, while her frustrated father decides she should move away to live with her grandmother. Before leaving home, Autumn secretly discovers letters from Ure revealing that hunters are still searching for the last black jaguar, and she immediately realizes Hope is now in terrible danger. The painful memories of losing her activist mother Ellie begin flooding back into Autumn's mind as she remembers her mother dying while trying to protect wildlife from dangerous criminals in the Amazon. Consumed by anger and heartbreak, Autumn secretly books a flight back to the jungle without telling her father the truth. And before we continue, don't forget to subscribe because it truly helps us bring you more epic movie recaps and unforgettable adventure stories like this one every single week. But the moment Autumn's teacher Doria discovers her plan, she rushes to the airport and desperately follows her student onto the same flight. During the journey, Doria tries convincing Autumn to return home before she gets herself killed, but Autumn refuses because she believes Hope still needs her. After landing, Autumn escapes from Doria multiple times before finally leading her deep into the Amazon jungle, toward the native tribe she once lived beside as a child. Along the river, they pass countless captured animals being sold by traffickers, and the horrifying sight reminds Autumn exactly why she came back, because humans are slowly destroying every beautiful part of the forest. Eventually, the tribe welcomes Autumn home, and Ure becomes emotional seeing the daughter of his old friends return after so many years. But he also warns her that Hope is no longer the harmless cub she once knew, because she has grown into a massive, wild black jaguar that may not even recognize her anymore. Still determined, Autumn visits her old treehouse only for a gigantic black jaguar to suddenly attack her shoulder before vanishing back into the jungle, leaving everyone terrified and Doria completely shocked that Hope has become such a dangerous predator. That night, Autumn secretly senses Hope watching her from the darkness and chases after the mysterious animal through the jungle while calling her name over and over again. Deep inside the forest, she finally comes face to face with the adult black jaguar she once raised. But instead of recognizing her immediately, Hope coldly runs away again. The heartbreaking rejection crushes Autumn because she traveled across the world believing the bond between them could never disappear. The next morning, armed hunters storm the tribal village, threatening everyone who stands against their illegal animal trafficking operation. Realizing the danger is escalating fast, Ure urges Autumn and Doria to leave immediately. But as their truck drives away, Hope suddenly appears sprinting through the forest chasing after them. The second Autumn sees the jaguar running behind the vehicle. She jumps out without hesitation, forcing Doria to follow her into the jungle once again, while the furious driver abandons both of them in the wilderness. Moments later, Autumn slowly approaches Hope one more time, and this time the massive black jaguar suddenly leaps directly toward her. But instead of attacking, Hope lovingly tackles Autumn to the ground and begins playing with her exactly like she did as a cub years earlier. Doria stands frozen in disbelief while recording the emotional reunion, finally realizing that every unbelievable story Autumn told was completely true all along. Their reunion is suddenly interrupted by gunshots exploding through the jungle as hunters begin surrounding the area trying to kill or capture Hope. Autumn and Doria sprint through the rainforest beside the black jaguar before diving into a raging river to escape. While hiding deeper inside the wilderness, a giant snake suddenly corners Doria, leaving her paralyzed with fear until Hope fearlessly jumps down from a tree and scares the deadly creature away, saving Doria's life in the process. As they continue climbing through mountains and dangerous jungle terrain, Autumn reveals that she wants to bring Hope to a protected ecological sanctuary where hunters can never reach her again. The group briefly finds peace resting together beside the river, while Hope acts less like like a wild predator and more like a loyal childhood friend, protecting them at every moment. If you were trapped in the Amazon surrounded by hunters and wild animals, would you trust a giant black jaguar to keep you alive? Tell me in the comments below. The next morning, hunters passed dangerously close to their hiding spot, forcing Autumn and Doria to breathe underwater through a hollow piece of wood, while Hope silently watches over them nearby. But as the exhausting journey continues, Autumn injures her ankle and collapses from pain, leaving Doria no choice but to carry her through the forest. During a quiet emotional moment, Doria reveals that rescuing her own tiny pet once saved her from years of depression and loneliness, which is why she understands exactly why Autumn refuses to abandon Hope. Soon after, Hope secretly leads them toward a horrifying discovery hidden deep inside the jungle, where Anna and her criminal organization are openly discussing the animals they captured for illegal trafficking. Doria secretly records the entire conversation as evidence, while Autumn watches in shock after spotting tribal members helping the hunters transport baby animals. But before they can escape unnoticed, Autumn accidentally screams, exposing their location and alerting the criminals immediately. The second Anna spots Hope hiding nearby, she realizes this is the legendary black jaguar she has spent years hunting. Hunters instantly surround the group from every direction, while Autumn desperately tries escaping beside Hope through the jungle. Then tragedy strikes when one of the hunters fires a tranquilizer dart directly into Hope, causing the giant jaguar to collapse helplessly onto the ground, while Autumn watches in horror, completely unable to save her closest friend. Autumn and the unconscious black jaguar are thrown into the hunter's convoy, while Doria narrowly escapes through the forest searching for help. Racing back to the tribal village on a quad bike, she shows Ure the shocking video exposing Anna's entire trafficking operation. Furious and heartbroken, Ure immediately orders the tribe to prepare for war, while Doria rushes toward a nearby television station, hoping to expose the criminals before it is too late. At the TV station, Doria emotionally broadcasts the truth about the hunters destroying the Amazon, while warning that Autumn could die exactly like her mother did years earlier if nobody helps them now. Her speech spreads across the entire region, inspiring local villagers, tribespeople, and even police officers to unite together against the traffickers. Meanwhile, Autumn sits beside the unconscious Hope inside the convoy, promising through tears that she will never allow anyone to hurt her again. Anna eventually arrives at a remote farm with her hunters, preparing to move Hope into the illegal wildlife trade forever. But just as the criminals believe they have won, Ure and the tribe suddenly surround the property, armed and ready to fight for the jungle they call home. The hunters point guns toward the natives, while Anna orders her men to kill anyone standing in their way, creating a terrifying standoff that looks moments away from turning into complete bloodshed. Suddenly, dozens of local citizens and police officers storm the area from every direction after hearing Doria's broadcast, completely surrounding Anna's operation and forcing the hunters to surrender. One by one, the traffickers, corrupt officers, and criminals are arrested, while the people proudly shout that united people can never be defeated. For the first time in years, the Amazon finally breathes freely again as Hope is released from captivity and allowed to return to the forest where she truly belongs. As everyone clears a path for the black jaguar, Hope slowly walks back toward the jungle before stopping to look at Autumn one final time, almost as if she understands everything her human friends sacrificed to save her life. Autumn breaks down emotionally while hugging Doria tightly after surviving a nightmare filled with hunters, rivers, snakes, betrayal, and death. Doria suddenly notices movement inside the bushes and becomes overwhelmed with joy after discovering her beloved pet kitten somehow survived the entire journey unharmed. After saying goodbye to the tribe and the people who helped save the Amazon, Autumn walks beside Hope deep into the jungle one last time, sharing a silent farewell with the animal that changed her life forever. A few days later, Autumn visits her mother Ellie's grave together with Saul, and after everything they experience, father and daughter finally reconnect emotionally for the first time in years. Saul admits that running away from the Amazon never truly healed their pain and decides they will return to live near the jungle once again because it is the only place that has ever truly felt like home. And that was the incredible story of Autumn and the Black Jaguar, a thrilling adventure filled with friendship, danger, survival, and one unforgettable bond between a girl and a wild predator. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to like the video, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you never miss another epic recap, comment your favorite moment below, and check out more amazing movie recaps right here on the channel.